Hello. Welcome to the channel. This is RYn KHm Photography, and today we're gathered to review the Nikon 70-300mm f4 to 5.6 autofocus G lens. We'll be breaking this video down into sections. The intro, we'll speak about the weaknesses, the strengths, who is this for, and the final thoughts. I would consider this lens to be a sleeper lens. It is not perfect by any means, but it can get the job done. You will find this lens in either black or silver. This lens will not focus on cameras that do not have a built-in motor. Example would be the D3000 or D5000 series, the D40 or the 40X, etc. While this lens will not autofocus on these cameras, you can still use them manually. The 200mm to 300mm focal range can be soft when you use it wide open. The workaround to this is to use an aperture between f8 and f11. Another weakness is the plastic lens mount. Me personally, I prefer a metal mount. And even though it does not have pro quality as far as the build goes, it is still well made. Its autofocus is slow and noisy. The size, because it is lightweight and simple, it doesn't have any switches on the lens. It's pretty straightforward. This makes for a great travel companion. Sharpness. This lens performs really well between 70 and 200 millimeters. Sharp images can be achieved with this lens at 200 to 300 millimeters, but you have to consider its weight. It is lightweight, so it's going to be prone to vibration. So your technique will really come into play here. Squeezing those arms to the body to brace and keep yourself steady while you're taking the shot. It'll also be great to pair this lens with a camera that will give you the room and the space to have a fast shutter speed and to be able to use the aperture at f8 or f11. I'd also consider this to be a great daylight lens. When paired with a camera that handles well over ISO 800 or above, you got a good pairing there. Another strength is the price. You can find these really cheap. I went on eBay and I saw a price range between $35 to $80 for this lens, so they can be had cheaply. This is for someone looking for a budget telephoto lens that can deliver sharp images. This would also be for a beginner looking for their first telephoto lens. I would recommend this to wildlife and nature enthusiasts, but not necessarily sports and action due to the autofocus speed. It's really for anyone who can play to the strengths of this lens. This lens is a sleeper lens. It's cheap, it's light, and it delivers. Many reviews disregard this lens because of its build quality and performance at the 200 to 300 millimeter range, but we all know no lens is perfect. Well, maybe the Nikon 400mm 3.5 AIS, but I digress. If you can embrace the limitations and play to the strengths of this lens, you can have some fun. With that being said, happy shooting. Till next time.